started with a whisper. A woman living alone in a small apartment said she first heard it at around 2:17 in the morning. She was half asleep when she heard her name spoken clearly, softly, from inside her bedroom. She sat up. The room was empty. At first, she convinced herself it was a dream. But the next night it happened again. Same time, same voice, same whisper. Always her name. Over the next few weeks, things escalated. Cabinet doors were left open when she swore she had closed them. Her bedroom mirror would fog up, even when the shower hadn't been used. One night, she woke up unable to move, staring at the corner of her ceiling. While something breathed beside her bed, she never saw it, but she felt it. Eventually, she moved out. The whispers stopped the moment she left. To this day, she says the scariest part wasn't the voice. It was how familiar it sounded. A Reddit user described something that followed them for 3 nights in a row. Every night at exactly 3 a.m., they woke up for no reason. No noise, no alarm, just awake. And every time they opened their eyes, they saw it. A tall, pitch-black shape standing in their bedroom doorway. No face, no features, just a darker-than-dark outline that blocked the light behind it. The first night, it vanished when they blinked. The second night, it stayed longer. The third night, it took a step forward. That's when they screamed. Their partner turned on the lights. Nothing there. No footsteps, no explanation. But the feeling in the room was heavy, like the air itself was watching. They moved their bed so it no longer faced the doorway. They say they never saw it again. But they still can't sleep without a light on. 2 friends went camping in a remote wooded area. No cell service, no nearby towns. On the second night, they heard footsteps circling their tent. Slow, heavy, intentional. They assumed it was a deer until it stood upright. They could see its shadow against the tent wall, far too tall, far too thin. And when one of them whispered, "Hello," it whispered back, not in a voice, but by mimicking the sound. They didn't sleep that night. At dawn, they found deep impressions around the campsite. Not paw prints, footprints. They packed up and left immediately. Neither of them has gone camping since. A family bought an old Victorian home, thinking it would be a fresh start. The first night, they heard knocking from inside the walls. The second night, doors slammed on their own. By the third week, objects were being thrown. One night, the mother was pushed down the stairs. No one behind her. Another time, their child was found crying in a room they never entered, saying, "The man told me to stay." They brought in investigators. Cameras malfunctioned. Batteries drained instantly. One investigator refused to return. The family moved out 6 months later. The house still stands, still empty. And according to neighbors, lights still turn on at night. Chris was a college student living in a dorm room when it began. At first, it was footsteps when no one was there. Then came the voice, a child's voice calling his name. Chris claimed the spirit called itself Tommy. He said it appeared as a small boy in old-fashioned clothing, watching him from the corner of the room. His roommate fled in terror. Things escalated. Chris said the entity followed him into the shower, and one night, scratched his back so badly it left visible marks. A priest was brought in. The room was blessed. The activity stopped. Decades later, Chris still tells the same story and still believes something lived with him in that room. And students at Erie Hall still whisper that the room is never quiet.